certainly challenging, but that's exactly what I was looking for, and I think you guys have put us in tough situations that have encouraged us to think and reflect and see where we can be, less than ideal sometimes, and where we can improve. So that's something I've deeply appreciated, and honestly, even just seeing the example of the program, the organizers who've committed themselves, the volunteers, the time they've put into this, has been incredibly inspiring. It's made me hopeful.
In one word, I can say the program is marvelous. In fact, we've learned a lot so far. There were some things that we used to do hitherto, and we did not know that they were not acceptable in media and PR practices. But now we've learned that these are unacceptable practices in media.
This is definitely one of the most unique and interesting programs I've been to. I've been to a few residentials like this, and this is definitely interesting. The few things that I really like about it, firstly is the access to resources. So we have access to a phenomenal wealth of resources, industry-grade TV studios, camera equipment, etc. And the second is the quality of the trainers. So the people have a lot of media knowledge. And even the people who are training us, or even the volunteers, have a lot of interview experience themselves. Lastly, I'd say I've been surprised to find so much thinking required. So I came expecting a media program, but actually there's a lot of teamwork involved, and also a lot of new aspects and exposure to senior members, senior change makers from around the world. So it's been a phenomenal network building opportunity with people from 21 different countries, and even just within the participants themselves, access to journalists from 60 different organizations.
Well, the program only takes like in 5 days or 5 to 6 days, but the content that it has makes you feel like it's been 30 days or so. Is that it's when you start the program, even if you feel okay about yourself, you see all the other people. It's not just about you, it's not just about other people, it's about all of you, and you see another perspective in a lot of cases. Well, I cannot tell you about all of the content about the training program itself, but there are some situations where people have been put in the positions they never would have been in real life, and they have to think like those people, and it gives you also the freedom in a way, and then the luxury in a way, to see how other people can actually be operating, and it's actually a liberating experience, and that's why actually it's a bit life-changing for me, at least, us too.
I'm here as part for the Sinan Wren media training program. I've learned a lot. It's very, very intense, very little hours of sleep, and that's something I actually commend. It keeps us on our toes, and it lets us expect the unexpected.
I think I would rate this program as the better than most other programs that I have attended, and I think the most innovative part of the program is that it brings people, it tests people's limits, and by testing people's limit, their inner character, their inner strength comes out, and that's very, very innovative. Like normally it doesn't, other trainings don't focus on that. Other trainings are like, the trainings that I have been part of, they are almost like robotic, or they just give theoretical understanding of things. But the training here, it's very practical, and it gives the participant, it pushes him. Like for few days I thought that why are they pushing us so much, but now I feel that the reason that they push us is to make us look into ourselves and see, like, look, I've been pushed so hard, and even though I represent a just cause, so what is the best that I can come out with? So I think that once you fall, there are many failures, and I thought that every participant was made to feel that you can fail, even though they may come from different causes, they may be successful in their activism career, but every participant was made to feel that they can fail. And what does it mean to fail and then emerge? So that was very, very, that was like a highlight for me in this program.
I think the difference with Sinan Wren is that the training is personalized for each person. So what I see is the trainers, the volunteers, they are working with every single participant. It's not one of those programs where you just deliver the content and it's finished. Actually, the trainers are working to work with and improve each person. They are giving them feedback, they are mentoring them, they're giving 360-degree feedback, and so it's a very intense experience. And I think when you put pressure on people, when you have an intense process, people learn more and they discover a lot more about themselves.
Human beings communicate via stories, whether it's cave drawings all the way through to social media. It's all storytelling, and what the exercises that people are having in this whole week that they're here is effectively they are learning about the art of storytelling through interviews, through to documentaries, through whatever it may be. And you cannot not be a great storyteller. If you want your cause, whatever you're interested in, to reach out to as many different people as possible, then you have to find ways of telling that as a story. Lecturing people doesn't work, and you have to find interesting ways of doing that. And what this will do, and what I've tried to do with the things that I've been doing while I've been here as well, is actually to give people the tools to basically express themselves in a way that they may not necessarily have had before. And those tools will give them the ability to engage with a wider audience, because without engaging with a wider audience, the causes that people are interested in will just stay like that. They'll be causes they will not move on from, and these skills that they get here will help them move on. In the world that we live in today, it's very difficult for you just to be isolated and to focus on the media where you live. It's important that you win hearts and minds and also engage with a wider audience worldwide. And in the social media age, it's never been more important. And so learning those particular kind of tools, learning how to work in the social media age globally is very, very important. You cannot anymore continue just to be somebody who focuses on your domestic market, because the story is much bigger than that.